Hello and welcome to part 2 of ARP poisoning, hacking network protocols. So in this video, I'm going to see how to secure our network from ARP attacks. And the first line of defense that we're going to do is to configure Dhcp snooping. Now I have a detailed video on how to secure your network against Dhcp attacks, so you can check from that video, and link will be in the description. So without wasting much time, back on my switch. This is my switch. I'm going to configure Dhcp snooping. So config T. So I won't waste much time. I have my configurations over here, so I wouldn't want to bore you with it. So I'm going to copy the commands. So that's my commands, and I've configured Dhcp snooping globally on my switch. Next is to configure a trusted port for Dhcp snooping, and this happens to be interface 03. That's where my Dhcp offense will be coming from. So on my trusted port, that is interface A0/3, I need to configure it to be my trusted port for Dhcp. So copy IP Dhcp snooping trust, exit. So what I'm going to do next is to configure rate limits on all remaining interfaces other than the trusted port for Dhcp. So interface range. So I have 3 configured to my port E0/0 to 2. Yes, and now configure rate limit. So Dhcp snooping. Right, so IP Dhcp snooping rate limit 10. So at 10 packets, all the ports should be blocked from unauthorized Dhcp offers. So next, we need to verify that Dhcp snooping is working. So show IP Dhcp snooping, and as you can see, our trusted port, yes, is configured over here. Now what we're going to do next is to configure dynamic app inspection. Now this will inspect the entire ports on the switch to prevent unauthorized attacks from its ports. So we are going to have only one port that is going to be trust for ARP resolutions. Okay, so back on my switch config T, I'll go to interface Ethernet 0/3. That's my trusted port for trusted port to configure ARP inspection. So config T, right? So still running the commands. I don't want to waste much time, so I'm just copying the commands and paste them here. And okay, first I need to enable ARP snooping globally on the switch. Yes, that's mark right. So now I'm back to interface E0/3. IP ARP inspection trust. And as you can see, we are getting a lot of messages. Invalid ARP request from 0/3, 0/1. So let's check from what we have here. /1 is Windows, and as you can see, the traffic that is coming, they are trying to communicate with their default gateway, but they are not being allowed because now we have a new port which is being configured to use Dhcp trust. So what I'm going to do is back on our Windows PC, config T. So now we can't ping our gateway, 10.1.1.1. We can't ping our gateway because we need to release the IP address and ask for a new IP address. Timeout, right? We know. Okay. So IP config / release. So if config / renew. So back on Kali, what I'm going to do is edit my network connection, edit connections. The machine is a bit slow, sorry for that. So I'll go to IPv4 settings, and then I'm going to disable it and enable it again. And now Windows PC cannot ping the gateway, and it's going to be successful. So as you can see, there's a reply. So back on Kali, let's try ping. So ping 10.1.1.1, and as you can see, there will be a reply from the gateway. So back on the switch, as you can see, what you have, you are trying to communicate with the gateway because now ARP inspection has been configured, and then we have a port that is being trusted for ARP request, and therefore we needed to refresh the app cache or the IP address of every device. Now let's go back to Kali and try to attack our switch or attack our network and see what really happens. So back on Kali, I'm going back to attack app. I'm going to close the attacks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to host list. I'm going to add it to target 1 and 5 to target 2, add to target 2. And I'm going to start the middle attacks, ARP poisoning. And now we should get feedback on our switch trying to block that port. And as you can see, Dhcp Snooping deny. And as you can see, the port is being blocked. So show IP interface brief shows me the ports. And as you can see, it's being denied and they can't communicate with the gateway. So back to our Kali machine, I'm going to start the attacks. So Windows PC, let's try another ping. And as you can see, it's working very well. So in the app cache of the show Mac address table shows me the MAC address of Kali. So now let's try to spoof the MAC address of Kali. That's what an SQL hacker will do. So MAC changer, MAC changer -r 880, change our MAC address and back to our switch. As you can see, it's being denied. That's the IP address of Kali, which is being denied because ARP uses MAC address to use MAC address on Ethernet networks. Therefore, IP addresses are resolved into MAC addresses. So irrespective of how you change your MAC address to a different MAC address, you can't penetrate your network because Dhcp snooping has been enabled on this switch, so show and app inspection has been enabled. So therefore, only traffic originating from this port E03 is already port trusted for Dhcp snooping and also ARP inspection. So that's how to secure your network against ARP attacks. And I think this will be very helpful. And let me know your comments in my comment section. I'll get back to you. I hope this will be very educative. And thanks for watching this video, and see you in my next video.